Whoa. All right, welcome back to the party, everybody. I am your host, Lunch, a.k.a. TheIndianJesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Everybody hit that like and subscribe. You know I would do it for you, and let's party. Fix this mic a little bit. As you can see, we're doing something a little bit different today. We are in the vertical stream, and I've got a bunch of stuff to show you. You're gonna have to bear with me a little bit because I don't have a vertical monitor, so I'm gonna have to do a bunch of head tilting. But we got a bunch of stuff to go over, so let's do it. As always, guys, if you cannot hear the video, please do let me know.
Now, AEO as an organization does not.
Where are we? Oh, Jesus. This is what I'm talking about.
All right. So, funny story about that Sydney Sweeney ad everyone's been talking about. You know the one. This one? Yeah, so it turns out that brand, AEO, full of Democrats. Let's talk about that. Now, AEO as an organization does not have any direct political affiliation. However, donations made by the organization's individual members.
We got John Castle in the building. Welcome to the party. Very, very good to see ya.
Or employees or owners, well, those donations are all documented and they're public. And the numbers speak for themselves. Let's take a look. So these are chronological going backwards. So 2024, 94.92% to Dems. 2022, 101.94%, with minus 1.94% to the Republican. I don't know how you do that.
So if the Sydney Sweeney ad was some type of Nazi propaganda, you can thank the Democrats, as usual.
2020, 94.21. 2018, 100%. Do we see the...
Hey, shout out to Dylan Soup. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the party. Very good to see you. As you can see, we're trying something a little bit different. Let me know what you guys think of this. I do have a backup stream that's in normal if this isn't working out, but let me know what you guys are thinking. This chick is telling us about how all of the numbers show that American Eagle is run by Democrats. So if there's anybody to be upset about with the Sydney Sweeney ad, it would be them.
54.21, 2018, 100%. Do we see the pattern now? So is it possible that the ad is...
There's Morty. We got Morty in the building. Of course, you guys know that every single donation comes with a treat for Morty. We got You Are Mott in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're trying something new, seeing how we do. Like I said, if we really hate it, I have a backup stream that we can go back to normal, but you got to try it to see what's good. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the party. We are talking about if it is such that the Sydney Sweeney ad is, white supremacy or something, then you can blame that on the Democrats. Welcome to the party.
Do we see the pattern now? So is it possible that the ad is intended to be Yahtzee propaganda? Maybe. But if so, it's not being done by the people y'all thought it was. The call is coming from inside the house.
The call is coming from inside the house. So it's not just as simple as, oh, they said a thing that we don't like, therefore it must be the worst thing ever. And I mean, it's just hilarious that, they are just taking the bait. It's so clear that this is what American Eagle wanted. They wanted the current controversy. They've read the landscape and saw that this is what's going to get people talking, and they were right. All right. So again, here I'm trying to I'll let you guys see this. I'm trying to figure it out. There we go. Let's see what our boy John's got for us.
About what are the 4 major cities in the United States, and everyone is wrong unless you...
This was interesting. I wasn't sure where this video was going to go and why we were talking about the 4 major cities. So as we're going, I want you guys to tell me what you think the 4 major cities in the U.S. are. As he's about to say, very clearly we have the big 3, but what is the 4th? What are the 4 major cities in the United States? Shout out to Josie. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the party. So just left the local mall. There was lots of people taking pics of the huge Sydney bulletin board outside of AE. The pants she promoted are sold out. Well, dilly to Sydney Sweeney. So because as you may have seen, part 3 of the Wilsons versus 5 did come out. I think what was it, last night or the night before, whenever. And that one, it was just a little bit more boring. So I think I'm gonna wait until they all come out, and then I'll just cover them all in one thing. Yeah, Rachel didn't quite do as well as she thought. But all right. Okay, so You Are Mop said New York, LA, Chicago, and I don't know. What is the 4th major American city?
Everybody keeps having these arguments about what are the 4 major cities in the United States, and everyone is wrong unless you agree with me. So the first 3 are no-brainers, and everyone can agree on the first 3. We have New York. Solid. Everyone can agree New York is one of the big, It's just one of those places. We have Miami. Everyone can agree.
Miami. That's the one that I didn't necessarily think of immediately, but Miami is a huge hub for travel.
Los Angeles. Everyone can agree. Los Angeles. That fourth one, though.
What else is new, Josie? If you do this, you're racist. If you do that, you're racist. If you do that, you're racist. The whole point of this ad working is the fact that people don't care about this anymore. People don't care about this anymore. So Miami, definitely. And you are mobbed to saying Vegas. And I agree.
Those places. We have Miami. Everyone can agree. Miami. We have Los Angeles. Everyone can agree. Los Angeles. That fourth one, though, is whooping y'all ass. I've seen people say Houston. I've seen people say Orlando. I've seen people say Chicago.
Ooh, you are Dylan got both. Dylan got both. And he's saying no. He's saying no. You are mobbed is talking about Vegas.
Chicago. Now, while these may be excellent destinations for you guys to vacation at, the way that I see a big city as a big city is if you have people from other countries coming to visit America and they're going to these places. If you've ever been to Miami, you know English is almost a second language. Like, there's so many people who don't speak English in Miami, and that's because obviously there's a large population of people who just don't speak there and they live there. And people vacation there who are from everywhere else. They're coming to America to visit Miami and experience the city of Miami. Same for New York. We all know that for New York. I don't think there's any conversation about New York being one of them.
And with that criteria, I think it's pretty clear that you are mobbed hit it, that Vegas is the city that people will come to America to visit. Dylan says the fourth city, the eighth wonder of the world. I mean, a lot of people say that. A lot of people say that.
Name for LA. Palm trees, expensive shit, celebrities. So
again, guys, if you could let me know if the video sound is good, if my sound is good, all that stuff, appreciated.
So Miami, LA, New York, off the back, I'm tripping. The fourth one is Las Vegas. Where else in the United States do people come from who live outside of the United States to come and visit the United States? They're not going to Chicago. They're not going to Houston.
Nope.
Houston is crazy, bro.
Maybe Austin, like for a specific concert or something. But yeah, Moth got it, and that it's an interesting thing because this is not a thing that I normally typically think about, like what are the major cities and why are that. But I think it's a very interesting aspect to understand the perspective of the cities that we love as Americans, and the fact that people who are not from this country are probably going to feel differently. And as much as I love going down to Atlantic City, not many people are flying across an ocean to see Atlantic City.
I don't know who the fuck said Houston, but Houston is crazy. Because even Chicago, like, I could definitely see Chicago's nice. But, like, Houston is fucking insane for anyone to say. It's Vegas. If you've ever vacationed in Vegas, you see how many foreign people are walking around Vegas. That means that city is so big that people heard about it overseas who don't even live here, flew in, spent all that money to fly in and come experience Las Vegas. It is what it is. Nobody's coming from fucking anywhere else to visit Houston or Chicago. And now Orlando was a good one, but we talking about the city. People go to Orlando, obviously, for Disney World. That shit touches everyone in the world. But they only go for Disney World. They don't go because Orlando is such a great fucking place. I was in Orlando last weekend for my kids.
Yeah, I mean, not the craziest trip that you're gonna find. And again, I think it's just interesting to think about the different ways that we think about this stuff, and the fact that we are homegrown. All right, again, I'm working with my my horizontal monitor, trying to get it vertical for you guys. We'll see if more people pour in. That's my thinking behind this. There's more people will randomly come into a vertical stream than a regular stream. But if we go for a little while and people aren't popping in, then I have a backup one set up. I'll just give you the link and we'll just go over there because it's not easy. But all right, moving on. My home state of New Jersey.
Trying to take the story of New Jersey, trying to take this man's farm that's been in his family since 1850 is insane. I didn't realize towns.
Oh yeah, Vegas is not cheap, not at all.
States, townships were still taking advantage of eminent domain like this. This is Andy Henry. He owns a farm in Cranberry, New Jersey. Cranberry is about 40 miles outside of Manhattan.
Like, this is my, I'm not going to dox myself, but I live in, well, I mean, I can't even do it with the mouse, but where am I going? Up that way. I live right in that area. And we're talking about Cranberry right here.
Here it is right here, right off of I-95. This farm has been in Andy Henry's family since the 1850s. It's still a profitable farm. But the Township Committee in Cranberry, New Jersey has decided we need to, because of state laws, build affordable housing. And the only place to do it is on Andy Henry's farm. And
I feel like, then we ain't doing it. Shout out to Staten Island. There you go.
April, they sent him a letter. They said, hey, do you accept our offer of $20 to $30 million? He said, no. I'm not selling my farm. And they said, well, we are going to seize it then via eminent domain. This started a lot of stir.
Remember, this was a big storyline in Ozark, that they could just take land. And I mean, I'd heard of eminent domain before that, but I don't know if I'd ever seen it in action outside of that show. And like, yeah, the government can just come and take your shit.
In the local media in New Jersey and then national. This made the town look really bad, including the Township Committee. The Township Committee's response to this was to tell John Henry, hey, instead of us taking all of your land, we're only going to take some of it, half of it. You can keep 9 acres for yourself. And on the other part of your farm that your family has owned since the 1800s, we're going to just destroy it, put affordable housing there, bunch of concrete, and yeah, you'll have to live next to that. John,
not only are they taking your land, but they're building low-income housing, and you've got to live right next to it. Dylan said, I'm not surprised that the government does that. See also the whole screwing Native Americans out of their land thing. You know, not liberals kind of overuse that, but absolutely. He said, reality speaking, you don't own anything. Nope. Shout out to K-Ran. Welcome to the party. Very good to see you. We are just checking out some breaking news. Welcome. Again, if you guys could do me a huge favor, double tap that screen to hit that like. It really, really does help.
John said no to this, of course. I learned about this.
Yeah, New Jersey's trying to take this guy's farm that he's had since the 1800s, and they tried to, sell him or buy it from him and let him keep just 9 acres. And he was like, no, this is my land. And so they're like, F you, now all of it is ours.
And yeah, you'll have to live next to that. John said no to this, of course. I learned about this all through a video on CNN. And this is a member of the Township Committee who was just pretty much the whole interview being like, oh, shucks, we don't really want to take this farmland. It's our last option. And like, oh, shucks, we just have to do it. It's what's right.
All they hear is that this, 5 Democrat member committee in this town is seizing this hardworking farmer's, family legacy. I think it's an easy target for people. Empathize 100% with the Henry brothers, but again, I feel like the greater good is what my responsibility is toward.
John is continuing to fight back. I didn't realize eminent domain still was this much of an issue. I know back in the 20th century, it was something that has a racist past. But I didn't realize we were still doing this, taking land from Americans, their farmland. What?
Crazy stuff. Shout out to Adam. Welcome to the party. He said, all I need is some inspiration before I do somebody some harm. Well, please don't do that. I feel like I just like a vegetable down here on a farm. Oh, I mean, yeah. Welcome to the party. We also got CT223. Welcome to the party. Yes, YouTube has added made it a little bit easier for you to join and become a member. So if you've already subscribed to the channel, it will be a different color and it'll have a little plus sign, and you can join right from there. Welcome to the party.
This one did not make me happy. A lot of the stuff I post on here, I'm like, oh, this is funny, or this is important. This one was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
You're taking this man's farmland? He's had the farm and his family since the 18. What? John is continuing to fight this in court, and he has had $135,000 raised for him for lawyer fees. But yeah, I'm rooting for him. I think most people are.
Yeah, we definitely are over here. A shout out to Funk Master General with the 10 gifted memberships. All right, let's see how we're going to do this. We've got Morty over here. I'm not going to be able to reach, but we can toss it to him. Every treat or every donation comes with a treat for Morty. Thank you, thank you, thank you so very, very much. And all of you that just got gifted memberships, make sure you hit that link at the top of the chat. That is our Discord server, which you now have full access to. Anybody else, you can also click that link for the free channel. But if you already a member, you get access to the entire thing, including the after party where we are headed right after this. Thank you so very, very much, sir. Of course, that makes you the new sponsor of the stream and starting us off on our Swole stream. That's right, guys. If we get 15 supers or a $50 total, then I've got to do a push-up for every $2. So let me update this, but thank you so very, very much. All right, again, so my my monitor, as I've been telling you guys,
The story of
is I have it set so you guys could see it, but it's still normal. So I've got to, there we go. All right, let's see. So not the worst thing ever, but why are women so infantilized and entitled? Why would you expect? I didn't expect to be reading these sideways. Why would you expect everyone else to change their life because of you? What have we got here, lady?
Of course.
Come on.
Anybody else block all of their friends last year? No? Just me? Okay, we can talk about it.
So I remember how this started, and I thought it was going to be a like never Trumper, how dare you, this, that thing, but it goes in a different direction.
I would just like to preface this by saying, yeah, this probably could have been avoided if I could just stand up for myself or respect my own boundaries, but I didn't do that. So let's set the scene. It's February 2024. I've just gotten out of a shitty relationship, to say the least. While it was mutual, he did cheat on me, so it ended bad. While we were dating, his best friend was dating.
Let's speed this up a little bit. There and there and there.
My best friend. So we obviously all hung out together quite frequently. He was a bartender, so yeah, we went to his bar like almost every weekend so that we could all hang out and get free drinks. So yeah, it ended badly, and then of course, my best friend at the time continued to hang around him.
Okay, so how many push-ups can you do? I mean, I did get to 43 on the last stream, right? 43. I think that's as far as I've gotten on stream. I think I could do 50. But let's see if we can hit that $100. Shout out to SI Drivers. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the party. A fan of You Are Mocked. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Adam said they told me to get healthy. They told me to get some sun, but Borden eats at me like ketchup down here on the farm. Drinking lemonade ain't shit. Oh, I'm sorry you're going through all this, brother. I hope you're feeling better. Dylan says, Karen haircut, thick glasses, septum piercing. Let me take a wild guess who you voted for. Trump, of course, right? Maybe, but like I said, I thought I knew where this is going, and I did not.
My best friend at the time continued to hang around him because her boyfriend is his best friend. That's totally fine. I'm not going to be like the bitch to be like, you can't hang out with him anymore because I said so. I'm not going to make that request. Like, I feel like it's not very realistic. However, I feel like as my best friend, you should probably be aware of how it makes me feel. So in that sense, I feel like posting him on your social media, taking pictures with him, of him, putting it on your Instagram.
So far in the story, we have two couples that are friends. Then one couple breaks up. And the dudes from the still hang out. So the girl still hangs out. And she is left out. And she is not happy about it. She expects them to stop doing all the things that we've been doing and stop even posting on social media because it makes her sad. Listen, I want to speak to your manager. He is very problematic. Yep. Yeah, that's it, right? He's problematic.
Media, taking pictures with him, of him, putting it on your Instagram, your Snapchat story. I don't want to see that. So I feel like it's just kind of getting disrespectful at that point. Yeah. So obviously the first time I'm still cool about it. I'm like, hey girl, like I don't want to see him. Like, it just kind of makes me sad at this point. Like, I don't really want to be reminded of what happened. And I don't really want to see, like, cause at this point, like, obviously that was what we were doing every single weekend for like many, many months. So like all of a sudden I'm not there anymore because we broke up, but everybody else is still hanging out and posting on your social media. So I just like, yeah, of course he cheated on me, but I still feel left out. Like, that's normal. But
That is normal. That is absolutely normal. What is not normal is you expecting them to cater to your feelings after going through a breakup. Like, yeah, that sucks, but exactly, Dylan. Exactly. It's called growing up.
keeps happening, obviously. So that kind of sucks.
Yeah, because that's what they do. You were part of that.
I would not have done that to her. I have not.
Yeah, I'm so sure that with the attitude that we're seeing here, that you would have completely stopped doing all of the things that you love doing and stopped hanging out with your friends because one person, come on, man.
Not really cared to hang around any of my friends' ex-boyfriends. Granted, I was never dating one of their best friends.
It's making me sad too, not for her, but just for the state of America.
But still, I'm not going to be posting them on my Instagram. Anyways, flash
Which makes me better than them.
forward a couple months. It's my birthday party, which is kind of weird.
We know all white women and their birthday parties. I told you, I thought this was going to be political, but it's going a different direction.
Goes down. I just wanted something like chill, low key, girls out on the town, getting a couple drinks, having a good time. So I get there kind of at the same time as everybody. I'm a little bit later than everyone else, but they all pre-gamed at the bar my ex-boyfriend worked at. So that was cool. That made me feel really good. Anyways, I show up and in no way do I want to sound
Thank you for clarifying, because either way, I get that it is tough to get through, but there is a point here.
needy or dramatic or like a little princess, spoiled brat. But I feel on my birthday, I want somebody to buy me a drink. Is that crazy? I don't think so. So I bought
It's not crazy, but to expect that you get that and that other people should know that is crazy.
my own drink. Okay, sure, I'll take that one.
Oh,
Anyways, so I invited the girlies. My best friend ended up bringing her boyfriend. That's fine. I know him. Okay, whatever. I didn't really say you could bring your boyfriend. Okay, I do know him. But the other girls
I didn't say you could come to my birthday party. Like, what?
brought their boyfriends or just the guys that they were talking to for like a month, 2
Yeah, it's a party. It's a party.
months. I didn't know them. Why did you bring them to my birthday party? Like, I thought
It's
this
in the
was a party,
name.
and they're kind of like treating it like it's just like another Tuesday and we're all just like hanging out.
Is that what you guys normally do on Tuesdays? Just hang out at a bar celebrating you? That wouldn't surprise me.
But I don't know, it was my birthday. So we're like up on this little patio thing, and at one point, like one girl, one of like my like closest friends, I guess, out of the group, is sitting there like genuinely just like, and then she says, I'm bored, let's go to this bar across the street. Okay. Everybody else is just kind of like, yeah, that sounds good. And
So everybody brought other people to your birthday party and they were still bored? I'm not getting that from this video, but yeah, I know.
street. Okay. Everybody else is just kind of like, yeah, that sounds good. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'll finish my drink. That's fine. But also, like, is anybody gonna ask me what I want to do? It's my
Nope.
birthday.
And yeah, CT, you got it exactly right. And that is, you gotta bear with me because, I was in different states of mind when I picked these videos. And so sometimes I thought maybe there'd be a bigger point and maybe it's a long walk for not such a big drink of water, but we're trying something new. But you exactly said it. It's passive aggressive. She wants her friends to see it. That's it. Now, I mean, people, it's my party. I'll be if I want to. You can, but I ain't coming back. And that's one of the things that I do appreciate about TikTok as opposed to the other platforms. There's especially YouTube. it's been not commercialized so much, but in such a way that, you know, there's the big channels and then you don't really see small stuff. While of course the algorithm on TikTok is very, very heavily algorithmized, you know, I don't know what the word is, but you get to see a lot of just normal people and how they talk. And so it's one thing if shout out to 4B. It's one thing that these people can be kind of, you know, out there and a little annoying, but I think it's important to see what normal people are saying about stuff. We have the understanding of what normies think about stuff, because that's just like, you know, mainstream media, legacy TV. But there's people that are in other epistemic bubbles and sometimes echo chambers than we are, and it's very interesting, at least to me, to see how they behave, like this one.
Drink, that's fine. But also, like, is anybody gonna ask me what I want to do? It's my birthday. I don't know. But we finish our drinks. We go across the street to this other bar. It's loud. It's not the bar I wanted to go to. I just wanted to go to this chill one that we just started at. Okay, so I don't know why they chose that one, and it's fine. Like, whatever.
Hey, shout out to Dan Jensen in the building. Welcome to the party. Funnily enough, there was a cat in the frame before you even got here. You called it. Josie said, this is the type of chick that would have a threesome and call it Arpe if she doesn't get all the attention. Bingo. Dilly to that. I mean, yup.
So we go there. I buy my own drink. Again, that's fine. I kind of just honestly I just keep to myself now. And the girls are like taking pictures with each other. They're dancing together. They're having fun. Yes, I could have inserted myself and been
had some fun. So I mean, we get the point there. But like, just the notion that these women are so, I don't even know what the word is, but so entitled and infantilized that it doesn't make sense to me how you function in a society like that. Where is your father? Where is your father? He would have been get your ass in line. There's another video that we have later on, and I'm putting it out there now, but I want you guys to see if you can catch it. And there's another video that the purpose of me showing it to you is, where is the father? Where is the father? I do love me some thick glasses. I do love me some thick glasses. I won't lie. But hey, shout out to Dan Jensen. Thank you, sir. And of course, another treat for Morty. There we go. Thank you. So very, very much. That is 2 donations and 37 out of 50, guys. We are already quite getting up there. Thank you so very, very much. All right, let's dive into this next one here. I don't remember what all these are, but
imagine you and 50 other people were in an escape room, and in order for you to make any decisions about how to solve the puzzles to get out of the room, you have to get the majority of the people in the room to agree. Now, in that room, you might have like a detective and an engineer and a philosopher, and they kind of know how to get out of the room. They can see the puzzles clearly for what they are, but they have to present the problem to the group in a way that allows them to understand before they can move forward. They might be able to do it, right? They might be able to get out of the room. They might be able to achieve the goal. It'll just take longer than if the people who know what to do can be in charge. But now I want you to take the room and replace it with a country.
I hate the way that he says rum. Rum or room? Room.
Who know what to do can be in charge. But now I want you to take the room and replace it with a country of 350 million people, and the goal of escape with the goal of human flourishing and the moral good, and the puzzles with every political, philosophical, and logistical issue of all time, and then put high-powered, algorithmic, intelligent propaganda screens in front of everybody that feeds them all contradicting messages and pictures of nude people, and then tell them that the goal of escape of—
Wait, you mean like what we're doing right now? Sans the nude people?
The moral good is actually subjective. How long before that room becomes hell? You know what I mean? How long before people think that the goal is actually just to stay in the room and shit on the floor and like draw crayons on the walls? That's the issue with democracy. The ideas that get selected for and promoted are not necessarily the best ideas. They're the ones that appeal to the common denominator of people, which in conjunction with secular liberalism, if not held in check by some higher moral framework.
Key words there. A secular morality, if not held in place. If not held in place, keep that in mind.
Conjunction with secular liberalism, if not held in check by some higher moral framework, is a
kept in check by a higher moral framework.
Race to the bottom for your civilization. Because although the game designers set it up where you can't force anybody to do anything, they did so at a time when everyone agreed roughly on what the goal of the room was. But now people think the rules are the same as the goal.
Right. So what does that actually mean? What does that actually mean? It means that we have to have some type of uniting force that keeps us all on the same track of this is what we want to happen in society. This is what we don't want to happen in society, so on and so forth. And Christianity did a great job of doing that for a very long time. But unfortunately, there is a, hold on. Sorry, I'm working with the thing here.
One of all the moms that would
God damn it.
her.
Unfortunately, there is not enough people who buy into Christianity for it to be the answer. We just have to we just have to find something else. And I understand that it may not be easy. I understand that it may not be something that is readily apparent. But as long as people like you and I, whether you're Christian, atheist, Hindu, Islam, Muslim, or whatever, as long as we are focused on having that shared goal, it doesn't need to be any one religion because none of those religions are going to be the uniting goal. But that uniting goal doesn't have to be instead of religion. It can work together. All right. Moving on. When we, Adam said, long live the Republic. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And the problem with that, and I agree that it's a problem with democracy and, among other things, but the lack of moral framework is I think something we all agree on, except religious people assume that their religion is the only moral framework. And I'm just telling you, it's not. It's not the only way. Now, set up and ready to go? No, but your Bible was not written by one dude in an afternoon. It was written over centuries by many, 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 many people. So we just need more of that. All right, moving on. I don't mean for the jump scare, but do I want to say something? Okay, we'll just.
I think your parents are super strict and super crazy. One time, my mom was a personal trainer. She got to hear all of the gossip all over town of all the moms that would come into her. You heard about this one boy in particular who was bad news that my sister was friends with, and she was very convinced, no matter what my older sister said, that she was like obsessed with this boy and was going to date this boy. In order to
now, remember, guys, I just talked about something. And I'm waiting for you guys to bring it up.
Prove to my older sister that this boy was like bad news. She created a fake persona of a girl that went to his high school, got his phone number from my sister's phone, proceeded to message him as this fake girl, and tried to make plans for them to go on a date to the beach and hook up.
We've got clues already, guys. We've got the obvious septum ring. We've got extra piercings, also on the face. What is missing?
I used to get really frustrated with me because I have a really high metabolism, so I'm underweight. I've always been underweight, literally my entire life. When you're a young girl, your age corresponds to like the number on the tags that you wear. When I was 8, I was probably wearing like a 6 or a 5 or something like that. I decided to throw out all of the clothes that were actually like my actual size that fit me because she was mad at me for not gaining weight and forced me to only wear clothes that corresponded with my age that literally did not fit me.
Anybody seeing a trend yet?
That'll show me.
Anybody seeing a trend yet?
I still really don't know why, but every single time I would take a shower and I would try and lock the door, my mom would unlock it from the outside and open it. I don't know why she did that. She did this every single day without fail. So I started pulling out a drawer that would block the door so that like even if she got it unlocked from the outside, she still couldn't just open it. And then she started sticking her hand in between like the tiny little crack and she would slowly
What's missing, guys? We're gonna I had to listen to this whole thing to make sure that what I'm saying actually fits. This is a 10-minute video. We will watch the whole goddamn thing. There's something missing, and you know what it is.
Until she could open it. Obviously that pissed her off, so she just took my bathroom door off entirely, and you could see straight from the kitchen and the living room into my bathroom, and I only had a sliding glass door for my shower curtain, so I got to shower in front of everybody. That was really fun. One time my mom decided that all of my black clothes were the reason why I was depressed, so she threw out every single piece of black clothing, anything I owned that was black, threw all of it away, and would pick out my clothing for me.
We're going to do 2 more lines because this chick is pissing me off. What is missing from her story? What is missing from her story that would fix everything?
Every day while I was in high school. Gee, I wonder why I'm depressed. My mom had cameras that were inside and outside of the house. We would be watched 24/7.
Hey, there we go. We got 2 minutes into that video. This video is 10 minutes long. And at no point does she even mention a father. I didn't realize that. Good one. But I didn't realize that was so soon after the last video. That's why I wouldn't have said it out loud that. But I just said that. You know, there's a video that we're going to be looking at. And it is very reminiscent of the idea that we need... God damn it, I keep doing that. That we need fathers in the home. It is sad. It is a sad state of affairs. And that is exactly what happens when there's no father. Shout out to Amanda. Welcome to the party. Very good to see ya. How's vacation? All right, so this one you guys definitely have you've definitely heard a little bit about this. But the Democrats are not doing so well.
God, you know, we mentioned CNN. We had that poll come out a little while ago on their net favorable rating. They were 26 points underwater. You think that's low enough? How about we go even lower? We'll go to this side of the screen. I'm going to walk over here. We go to the Wall Street Journal. Minus 30 points underwater. Their lowest on record. These polls have records going all the way back since the early 1990s. And when it comes to the Democratic Party's net favorable rating in both the Wall Street Journal poll and the CNN poll, the Democratic Party is breaking records in the way, Jessica Dean, you don't want to break records.
Definitely not. Shout out to Indy Bam. Welcome to the party. So girls need dads more than anything. Completely agree. Welcome. Very good to see you. Let me know what you guys are thinking of this format. I do have a regular one set up if we're not feeling it, but I wanted to try something new, see if we can get some new people in here, see what's good. Let me know.
Yeah, no, you don't want that. What about how they do among independents?
Okay, so we're talking about overall here, but we started off this segment for the first 3 slides talking about independents. Why don't we talk about the Democratic Party's favorable rating among independents in our CNN SSRS poll? Look at this. 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19%. If I can count it, you know it's low.
So Democrats are currently at record lows for net favorability.
Yup. Shout out to Adam. Said Morty's tribe figured out life before we did. Indeed. And of course, every donation comes with a treat for the Overlord Morty. Thank you. So very much adding another donation to the goal. We are getting there, guys. Thank you. So very much. All right, let's see what our boy Jeffrey is saying about the down.
Count it. You know it's low.
So Democrats are currently at record lows for net favorability, which makes perfect sense if you think about it. What is the backbone of the current Democratic Party? Opposition to Trump.
Nothing.
They oppose Trump for the sake of opposing Trump simply because it's Trump. And that's great for people who have Trump derangement syndrome. But for people who are reasonable and in tune with reality, it comes off as pathetic, which is part of the reason why they have a 19% favorability rating with independents. Because again, the entire Democratic Party is built off of Trump derangement syndrome. And then on top of...
Unfortunately, it's as loud as it goes. So if it's... let me know. I can turn my own microphone down. So I'll do it here. We'll do this. So we'll do that. And you can turn your volume up. And that way, you can see my logo.
Comes off as pathetic, which is part of the reason why they have a 19% favorability rating with independents. Because again, the entire Democratic Party is built off of Trump derangement syndrome. And then on top of that, one of the number one tools is emotional manipulation, which, like I've said before, is why they have such visceral reactions to Trump. As an independent, or again, someone who doesn't have Trump derangement syndrome, you can sit back and watch Democrats and just be like, you know, they're not really doing
What are you
anything.
doing?
The only thing
Yeah.
they care about is opposing Trump or attacking Trump or smearing Trump or slandering Trump. Like, they care more about opposing Trump and slandering Trump than they do about getting things done for the country. You won't notice that unless you do not have Trump derangement syndrome. You only notice that if you don't have TDS. If you do have TDS, like many Democrats do, you love the fact that they're attacking Trump, they're slandering Trump. Even though it's not productive for you or your party, you love it because you're so emotionally bought into the hating of Donald Trump. And that's why their favorability rating is so low, because reasonable people are like, these are children. Like, we're interested in things other than you slandering Trump and attacking Donald Trump. And Democrats haven't figured this out yet.
Right. And that is again, coming back to why I like to hear from just normal people talking about this stuff, is that it's very clear. You don't need to be a pundit. You know, this guy does, spend most of his time doing political content. But point being, you don't need to be a big brand to be able to see what's going on. And you don't have to depend on those bigger names like Daily Wire or whoever it is to disseminate hey, this is happening, because people are already paying attention.
Because again, they're too busy hating Trump. A lot of people are realizing that a lot of what Trump is doing is common sense. And Democrats are fighting common sense issues because they hate Trump and want to oppose Trump. And a lot of them don't have common sense. So people that don't have Trump derangement syndrome and have common sense are like, whoa. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that their favorability ratings are at all-time lows.
And of course, we are here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Adam said it does come down to independence. Yeah, and that's another reason why I think it's so important to to be reaching out to people who maybe aren't in the weeds of things like we are, because it's it's not as easy to get into it as you think. And I mean, an independent doesn't necessarily mean somebody's not paying attention. But a lot of people who don't really pay attention and think, oh, that side's bad, and also that side's bad, I'm an independent, I'm a centrist. So there is a lot of overlap there. But to be clear, just because you're an independent doesn't mean you're not paying attention. Oh boy. All right, I picked this one. You guys know that I try to stay away from religious stuff too much. But I figured, this guy is another Christian, so I'll let y'all Christians speak amongst yourselves.
Overly pissed off with Christians across the board. Y'all have just made a fucking mockery of the entire religion.
As we go, I want you guys to determine, do you agree with this guy or not?
It's supposed to be a religion about love, welcoming all people, giving all people a safe place to feel accepted and worship and things like that. But modern day Christianity is one of the most disgusting, pitiful displays of hypocrisy I have ever seen. And it's been that way for a while. I grew up in the Bible Belt, deep South Mississippi. So y'all don't get to come and try to bullshit and convince me like y'all do everybody else about Southern hospitality and the Bible Belt, and this is where all the good Christian Americans live. Fuck that. Y'all are some of the worst, most hypocritical people I have ever come across in my almost 30 years on this fucking earth. Year after year after year after year after year, I see y'all broadcast and promote this pro-Christian, pro-love bullshit. And then when we analyze your actions or how you actually feel inside, it is the exact opposite. Y'all are
Don't yell at me. He's one of y'all.
Going to hell. You're going to hell without an immense amount of forgiveness and action. The change followed after that. Repenting or whatever the fuck, dude. It makes me so goddamn angry, because Christianity is not some wildly complex religion where only the most intelligent scholars fresh out of fucking seminary can grasp hold of it.
Ooh, a bar there. Actually, a dilly for that. It's a simple religion. You shouldn't need a theology degree to be a good Christian. I like the cut of this guy's
Damn
job.
angry, because Christianity is not some wildly complex religion where only the most intelligent scholars fresh out of fucking seminary can grasp hold of it. Love your neighbor as yourself. Leave the judgment up to fucking God.
Bingo.
Do for others, love others as you would love yourself. I was raised to believe that when you perish and you're standing before God for judgment, he's going to ask you, what did you do for the least of my people? And based on your answer, that will determine heavily which side you go to.
Are we agreeing? Are we disagreeing? What do we think about this guy? Oh my goodness, Josie! Again, what you mean? Did I miss something? This is the only thing I got from you. Yeah, this is the only thing I got from you. So make sure. Whoa, what is this? Sent laughing disco? I have no idea what that is. But hey, thank you so very, very much. What? I don't even know what jewels are. Well, I guess that means Morty needs 2 treats. Morty needs 2 treats. We got one for the, I don't even, what are they called? The Laughing Disco Jewels. And for the Super Chat. There we go. And one more, since I didn't get to see it. There we go. Thank you. So very, very much. Again, I don't fully understand what that is, and it does not show up on StreamYard at all. But I appreciate it either way. All right, we're all figuring it out together. Thank you so very, very much. Of course, adding to the Swogo.
And you're standing before God.
So Josie is saying he's overly angry. Religion is not that serious. But I think that's kind of his point, is that he's frustrated that people are getting overly angry and taking religion that seriously, as if you have to know exactly the scripture and what this person said and how it was changed, and in order to understand it. And I kind of agree with him. I would be very frustrated if I was somebody who believed in God and Jesus and all of that stuff, and I didn't know, the theology. I just knew, that I had a relationship with Jesus Christ and so on and so forth. For people to say that I wouldn't be a real Christian, I would be sick and tired of it too.
Would love yourself. I was raised to believe that when you perish and you're standing before God for judgment, he's going to ask you, what did you do for the least of my people? And based on your answer, that will determine heavily which side you go to. But I don't even readily take the time to memorize these fuckers' name. Whoever this dumbass is who thinks that he's going to be the governor of California one day takes a picture in front of fucking Auschwitz, dude, talking about my kind of 0% unemployment rate, talking about he's going to be the future governor of California. But then also on his page, he's talking about how fucking important it is to have Catholic values and Catholic beliefs. That Connor motherfucker on Jubilee sitting there talking about, yeah, I believe in autocracy. Yeah, I'm a fascist. What
do you mean? If you understood it, you would leave it? What does that mean? Amanda said, look at the pastor who came up from the States to perform in Canada, and multiple government agencies tried their best to cancel him. Fine churches for allowing him to perform in their church. Well, and yeah, I think that's the other side of it, where it's like, that's the other side of it, where we want people to be able to practice their religion. But I think what this guy is saying is that the entirety of Christianity is being held down by people who are gatekeeping, that you must know every little thing about the Bible in order to be a real Christian. That I think that's what he's saying.
Were the Nazis so bad? But then in that same fucking video, that same breath, that same motherfucker will talk about how important it is to stick to Catholic beliefs and Catholic values and shit like that. Or this white settlement over in fucking Arkansas or Missouri or wherever the fuck else they're trying to expand to. They're talking about keeping white European culture preserved and shit like that. But I guarantee you, if you ask them what religion they follow, they'll say fucking Christianity, as if God wouldn't spit on them and send them to fucking hell. In my opinion, my personal opinion, I think Jesus is a loving one. If we really want to get into it, where you have the Holy Spirit, God, and Jesus Christ for the Trinity, I think Jesus is the loving one. I think Jesus is the merciful one. I think we forget.
I'm liking the cut of this guy's jib. Josie, again, with the 199, said rather have a relationship with Mary Magdalene. There you go. There you go. And of course, a treat for for Morty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So very, very much, guys. We are getting up there. What does our thing look like? That's 5 out of 15. We are 1/3 of the way there in terms of donations, but $43, guys, $7 more, and we have already hit the goal. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Amanda, thank you again, Josie. Amanda said, whether you are Christian or not, you have to admit Christians have been extremely demonized as of late. And I would agree with that, but I would also ask if there is a reason for that. The Andrew Wilsons of the world are not doing you any favors. And then on the other side, the Nala Ray and Russell Brands are not doing you guys a favor. And so there's a middle ground where it's like, yes, this is for everyone. This shouldn't be gatekept. If you truly believe this, this is where you belong or whatever. But there also needs to be an aspect of, while everybody is welcome to what this already is. You don't get to come and just be, well, I'm a Christian now, but I don't believe this, that, and that, and I do whatever I want. And so there has to be a balance. And that balance, I don't think is being met right now. So I don't disagree with you, but I'd say maybe just look a little bit deeper, you know? Adam said, my favorite religious movie is The Last Temptation. Never seen it. Might have to check that out. Amanda said, I completely agree with the statement. I grew up in a very highly religious environment, seen it all. Yep, I like it. I agree. All right, so let's get rid of this guy. We got his point right. Let's move on a little bit. And let's brighten this up a little bit. Brighten it up a little bit. So this one is, oh my goodness, Josie is coming in hot again, another $2. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So very, very much. She wants to see me do those push-ups. Oh man, I don't want to do push-ups. I don't want to do push-ups. Or maybe I do. Maybe I do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So very, very much. Josie said my favorite religious movie is Django. Is that a religious movie? I mean, there's definitely a lot of Jesus talk in there, but I don't know. I'll take it though. It is a banger. It is a banger. Of course, updating the banner here. I always do that. Because usually it's the ticker one, but we are now 6 out of 15. And what is that? 6 out of 15 and 45. Guys, we're getting close. $5. Thank you so very, very much. So like I said, this one is a little bit lighter, and we've talked about how Gen Z just doesn't really seem to party, and they don't really know how to have fun. And because of that, it is ruining their ability to see like what life is about. And I think this woman explains it well. So let's watch it and we'll come back.
Hey, so no, it doesn't. It literally can't. I got this comment a ton on my video about millennials going out and partying and how Gen Z could never keep up with us. Still true, by the way, you can never keep up. What I need Gen Z to understand very clearly is what we're nostalgic for.
What is happening? Oh, come on. Everything's fine.
Is freedom. It's a freedom that Gen Z can never and will never experience.
Yep.
That sucks. That sucks so hard. Gen X and millennials came up with a very different internet than you guys have. The internet was a very silly place where we went to watch cartoon unicorns go to Candy Mountain, or a poorly drawn description of what World War III might be. Here's the Earth, chilling. It wasn't a place where people went and used things against each other or kept receipts. That wasn't what it was for. And yeah, sure, okay, yeah, there were predators in our chat rooms. Okay. But they made a whole show about it, and a lot of them are gone now. We're not bragging about being alcoholics. We're not bragging about getting in trouble with the law. We're bragging about living in a time where people didn't feel the incessant need to record one another.
Right. So that incessant need to record each other is why, I mean, I haven't been to a club in years, but apparently you go to the club and people are just standing around with their phones out and just waiting for somebody to do something. So that the point of going to the club is to be seen at the club and then hopefully to get a video of somebody else doing something stupid at the club. Nothing to do with fun, nothing to do with anything except looking cool. That's not what fun is about. The next religious movie, Inglourious Basterds. You're getting close to the line there, girl. You're getting close to the line there. K-Ram said, Gossip Girls predicted it. Didn't they? I haven't seen Gossip Girls. What do they say about Zoomers not partying and not knowing how to have fun? Because they definitely
about
don't.
Living in a time where people didn't feel the incessant need to record one another, where you could get the drunkest you've ever been in your life, and the worst that's going to happen is you're going to wake up in a bush. That feeling of being able to upload 100 pictures to Facebook with a title of the album like Nights You'll Never Remember with Friends You'll Never Forget. You know what's in that album? Someone's titties. You know what thought never crossed any of our minds? We should screenshot that to get her in trouble later when she has a bunch of followers. Yes, party culture is toxic. I will give you that. I'm 6 years sober from alcohol because of the way that I lived my 20s. I'm not promoting that lifestyle like that, but what I am promoting is the sense of community. And that's what we miss. Everybody just going out and having fun for the sake of having fun.
That's
not
it.
To have evidence, not to have proof, not to catch somebody, just to go out, have a good time, forget about shit for a little while, and enjoy yourselves. That's what I feel like your generation is missing.
Absolutely. It's just not there anymore. So I did put up a poll. Just if you guys want to stay in this format, the numbers are pretty much the same. So whatever you guys want, we'll stick with it. But please do vote, because if you guys would prefer going back to a regular stream, that would make my life easier. But hey, we are here, so whatever you guys want. Hey, Ram said they basically recorded everyone and blasted their scandals. Yeah, and I mean, even if that's not even if that's not like the most common thing, the fact that that's out there, it means that you always have to be aware of, well, anything I do could be blasted out to social media, could go viral, so on and so forth. And so that notion really shows that they really can't, like she said, they can't have that much fun because of the whatchamacallit, the culture around trying to catch people, trying to cancel people, all that stuff. Oh my goodness. Chelsea, again. Oh, I went to go to full screen, but we are not there. Again. Said Gen Z, you can't have fun without a little booze. Well, first, I'm going to give you a dilly. Dilly to that. And, of course, we've got a treat for Morty. Thank you. So, very, very much. Where does that leave us? So that's 7 out of 15, over halfway, and 47 out of 50. My goodness. Oh, man, look what we got. Woo-wee! Again. I don't know about 50, brother. You gotta pay for that. But I believe that is the swole goal met. And Adam coming in as well. So Passion of the Christ is a great BDSM and chill movie. If that's how y'all are watching it, then be my guest. All right. My goodness. Thank you so very, very much. I gotta do what? Okay. How much is DKK 17 in US dollars? So that's 20. Holy shit! That's $26. $26. Jesus. So we got I'm losing count here. Jesus Christ. So we got 8 there. Did I count this one? So that's 9. Then we had 26. What's 47 plus 26? 47 plus my math has really gone down. 73. 73. All right, guys, we are currently at $73. Did everybody's already in the thing? All right. My goodness. My goodness. Oh, did I? It says 73 on mine, but it's showing 47 here. There we go. There we go. There we go. The goal has been met. So, of course, as soon as the stream is done, we've got push-ups to do. And again, let me, yeah, that is very true. Very, very true. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Chelsea again. The next religious movie starring Sasha Grey. I believe that one. That one, I believe. And again, for Morty, thank you. So very, very much. I gotta count. That might be you might be getting close to Funkmaster as the sponsor here. Let's see. All right, let's dive into this next one, and we will see what you guys
to be able to live their lives how they want.
Okay. All right. So we'll go into the video. I'm gonna do some math for you guys, and we'll see what's good here. I don't remember what this is about, so we finna find out together.
I think a lot of you don't understand that what leftists are fighting for is for everybody to be able to live their lives how they want.
Unless that
Are they though? Are they though?
person, of course, wants to advocate for traditional beliefs. But the point of this video is not to make video number 6 million calling out leftist hypocrisy. It's to illuminate the point that these people, they don't understand you, not because they don't want to, but because they can't. Like, they are physically incapable of doing it. And this goes for people all across the political spectrum. I'm not even singling leftists out here, despite this specific person being a leftist. To understand a conditional hypothetical, one must have an IQ above 80 to 85, with the most famous example of this being, if you didn't eat breakfast this morning, how would you feel? People with an IQ below 80 to 85 will usually say, but I did eat breakfast this morning. Because
and
people with an IQ that low, they
and that's why I like to switch that, because a lot of people don't eat breakfast, and that's kind of a reasonable answer to that. And so I change it to how would you feel if you didn't eat anything yesterday? That makes it. It doesn't matter if you only eat snacks, if you only do this, if you only do that. Then you know, it fixes it.
IQ below 80 to 85 will usually say, but I did eat breakfast this morning. Because people with an IQ that low, they struggle with stepping outside of their own body and saying, well, if I did this, how would I feel? They can only grasp this one plane of reality.
Wait a minute.
And this, of course, goes for politics as well. This person right here doesn't understand the fact that people have different
bruh.
of what good
I
is from
knew
them.
it. Okay. Hold on. I was like, holy shit. Holy shit. Did bro just drop $26? I put in 170, not 17. So we gotta hold up. We gotta hold up. So we were down to 2-6. All right, I'm gonna have to recount. We're gonna do a recount. Well, recount is in. Let's see. All right, we'll finish this one up.
Right here doesn't understand the fact that people
We'll
have
get it
different
right. We'll get it
understandings
right.
of what good is from them. They think people on the right are people who are confused about what is good, and that if someone just tells them what is good, they will understand. Because they don't understand the concept of people having different ideas of good. This goes for people on the right as well. Like if you were to ask a right-wing boomer why they advocate for lower taxes, then they'll probably say, well, then we pay lower taxes. Not understanding that their taxes go to people with less money. And they can't comprehend the idea that people with lower income, they vote for less taxes. Because they think lower taxes is just a net good overall. Because then you make more money. And in most cases, it doesn't make sense to talk to these people. Because you will literally never get through. It's physically impossible. So just spare yourself the headache and talk to someone with an IQ above 80.
I mean, you know, we talk a lot about trying to bring people in who don't necessarily aren't on your level and trying to meet them where they are. But some people are just too far gone. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make sure we're going to go through it. We're going to do all the math. We're going to make sure we're good. And since we're 50-50, I'm going to just switch everything. We're going to go to the back to a normal stream. This is difficult for me, and I like it the other way anyway. So we have a total of 62. So we're gonna put it in. We're gonna put it in chat. All right, we got 60. Right. 62 DKK is, we'll call that $10. So 10 from Dan. All right. Then we got 30 from Funk. Okay, I'm not gonna put it in the chat. Okay, whatever. We'll just do this right here. Come on, baby. All right, so we got 10 from Dan, plus 30 from Funk, plus 2 from Adam, 2 from Josie, 2 from Josie, another 2 from Josie. That's here. And we have another 2 from Josie. I added that one in already. Then we got another 2 from Adam. And again, another 2. So we are at 54. 54. The goal is still met. The goal is still met. No, see, that's what I thought before, but I accidentally put in 170 DKK instead of 17. So it said it was up there. So we are at $53. $53. So the goal is still met. The goal is still met. Boom. The goal is met, guys. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's see if I can get this going without any disruption. So here's what are we gonna do? Let's have you guys see this. So we're gonna work on this together. All right, we're gonna, because right now this is actually the monitor that you're looking at. This all here is that way. So I've got to turn and I've got to figure out how to get this down here. Beautiful. Okay. All right. So then we want to switch this display settings. Get that back to normal. Landscape. Keep changes. All right. Beautiful. So now that we're here, then I have, I put it in here. I've got the link. I got everything set up for you guys. Come on, baby. So this link that I'm putting in the chat right now, that is where we are headed. Everything is already set up, so I'm going to be able to end this stream and then run right into that next one. So if you just click it now, I will be up there in like 30 seconds. And all of this absolutely counts towards everything. Don't think that I'm going to be like, well, that was a different stream. Hell no, you guys are so generous. This absolutely counts. We're just going to go back to doing it to normal. I was hoping this would maybe bring in some new people, but since it's not doing that, it's make it more difficult to talk to you guys. I'd rather go back and do what is best for everybody. So one more thing, I just got to make sure this is public. Unlisted, public, publish. We're good there. Add that to culture and politics. And the last step is that we make sure the live chat is there. Boom. So then we go there. I'm gonna go back here. It's not done, guys. It's not done. All right, so head over to that link that I just put in the chat. We are going there right now. All right. I'm not even going to say bye because we are going to do, we are going to be right back. All right. I will see you in 30 seconds. Click that link and be there before I am. Thank you. So